Hello and welcome aboard the Night Bus, magical transport for the stranded witch or wizard. I'm Nymphadora and I'll be your conductor this evening. The bus is slightly more crowded this time of year thanks to someone named Nick buying up all the flu powder. Ride along with Corey, Jackie, Jamie and Josh this holiday season as we barrel through snow-covered streets and across frozen lakes on our journey to Christmas.
Take her away, Ian.
Yeah, take it away, Ernie. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
And we're back for a midweek special. As we had said, it is just me and Jamie here. He doesn't want to talk.
Oh, hi, guys.
There he is. And
I was a little distracted, sorry.
And we're here to
I
talk
don't
about...
focus well.
We're here to talk about the Netflix show, A Man on the Inside, Season 2, and a little bit of Season 1.
Yeah, we probably need to touch back on Season 1 for people that are not familiar with it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to, hope you don't care, I'm just going to read the little synopsis here.
Okay.
See, A Man on the Inside is a Netflix comedy drama series starring Ted Danson as, I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name, but Charles. Mm-hmm. He's a widowed retired professor, thank you, who goes undercover in a San Francisco retirement home to investigate a stolen family heirloom. Now, that is a real brief just overview of Season 1 that kind of sets up what we're talking about here. Yeah, Charles, he's a recently widowed, dealing with that.
With Season 1, it's kind of an important thing. His wife passed away from complications with dementia.
Which plays a lot into the whole theme of the first season.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. For Season 1, that's important. Not so much for Season 2, but for Season 1.
But that sets up Charles's character and lets you know where he's at in life at the time this show starts.
Yeah.
He has a daughter who they don't live terribly close together, so he's there's a big disconnect there. There's just a distance between them, so there's not a.
He lives in he lives near San Francisco, and she lives in Sacramento. So anybody who knows anything about California, those two cities are not the closest cities in the world.
Mm-hmm. So the beginning parts of Season 1 at least touches on his being on his own, his daughter concerned about him, and a little bit of interaction between them, and her concern with him leading into her recommending that he find a hobby, find something to do, find something to fill his day with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can't be anything normal. Nothing really is. So to speed things along, he answers an ad for an aged man for what turns out to be a detective agency who needs someone to go in to a retirement home undercover and investigate a recent theft inside the facility. We meet some older actors that you may be familiar with some of them.
Oh yeah, a show like this, you knew they were gonna.
Well, yeah,
bring in the old big guns,
and it's a very good cast. You
got to mention the woman who runs the
who is I don't know the actress's name. I know the character is Dee Dee.
Stephanie Beatrice is the actress
who I'm familiar with only from this.
See, I know her from Brooklyn Nine-Nine as Rosa Diaz. So
I'm sure there's people out there that are very familiar with that. I'm not.
She's
Ted Danson,
great.
Of course, I'm super familiar with from the old 80s sitcom Cheers.
Yeah, and from?
Interestingly enough, there was a show previous to this called The Good Place, which I'm sure we've touched on a bunch of times in the past.
Oh, yeah.
And produced by the same gentleman. and a lot of overlap in the cast. In seasons 1 and 2, you will see.
Oh yeah.
So, if you find one interesting, you probably find the other one interesting too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're very similar. They're not identical, but they're very
Oh,
similar.
no, they're far from identical. They're completely different premises. But the tone is the same. And like I said, there's a lot of overlap with the cast. But back to Dee Dee, I know you're a big fan over from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh yeah.
And, the actress did a great job in this and season 2, which we'll hit on shortly.
Yeah. She wasn't in season 2 as much. They done a flip flop.
They didn't really even have to. It was interesting that they brought her in at all. But I guess they wanted to bring characters back in from the
Right.
original season.
You got to tie it all together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, what you're talking about in the second season when they bring a lot of the people back for that one spot, that one
yeah.
job, I guess you could say. I was calling it Newendike 7.
Yeah, that's good.
Just a little pun on, Ocean's 11, 12, and 13. Because with those movies, a lot of people just never really stop to think that the reason they're called like Ocean's 11 is because there's 11 of them doing the heist. In Ocean's 12, there's 12 of them. In Ocean's 13, there's 13 of them. So this was Newendike 7. Because there was 7 of them doing something that we'll get to later.
Cool. Just hitting back on season 1 just to get everybody kind of up to speed. So Mr. Newendike, he goes undercover. Oblivious, his daughter is not aware of it in the beginning.
Yeah, what does he tell her that he's doing? He's joined.
He's taking like crazy, ridiculous classes that combine into something I can't remember.
Yes, he needed a small spade because it was some type of gardening.
A gardening, photography, something.
That was it. Yeah.
His explanation. He's a very quirky character, and his explanations and excuses are bizarre. And his approach to his whole detective work is what's the word I'm looking for? Comical, yeah.
Oh,
Whimsical,
yeah. Very whimsical. Yeah.
The idea you would have of how to do detective work if the only background you had in it was watching detectives on television.
Yeah.
Which is what his character, that's all his character
Oh,
has.
yeah. Because to give backstory on him, he was an engineer. He wrote a book on bridges, like the building and construction of bridges. Again, he was an engineer. And then I think at the end he was teaching engineering at a college.
Some college, he was a professor.
Yeah, professor of engineering.
And, that's what he retired from.
Yeah. So that's the backstory on him. And so this is completely fish out of water for him.
So entering the nursing home undercover, he meets a lot of the residents. You meet a lot of the characters. A lot of comedy ensues, a little bit of drama. As it plays on, you learn more about his own backstory, which plays into the wrap up of season 1. Mm-hmm. Say he was there to investigate a theft, and the overarching theme is dealing with memory loss.
Yeah, for season 1.
So, like I said, there's a lot of comedy, a lot of drama. It's just a very well put together show, which is why we decided to just throw this one together and talk about it a little bit.
And we did not mention the private investigating firm that he goes to work for,
which is a character all unto herself.
Yeah, it's literally just a 2-person show. It's the girl that runs it. Her name is Julie, and then she has her like assistant / helper.
We'll call her the battered one.
Yeah, her name is Megan, and they Julie runs she's a private investigator, but as Jamie was saying for season 1, she's got to infiltrate an old folks' home. She can't do that. She's I don't know, mid 30s probably.
Probably.
It never really says her age, but you don't really need to know her age. But probably somewhere in her mid 30s, based off a comment that somebody makes in season 2 that was just funny. But yeah, so And in season 1, you see a little bit of her at the beginning, but not much. In season 2, it flips. You see a bunch of her and just a little bit of the character Dee Dee.
Well, you see a good bit of the detective just interacting with Charles, and it kind of sets her personality up as all business, unattached from people, and that plays a lot into season 2.
And we get some backstory on her in season 2.
Quite a lot in season 2.
That's what I was saying. We get way more of her in season 2. But by getting more of her, they give us less of the Dee Dee character, Stephanie Beatrice's character.
Well, it kind of makes sense because the whole first season is set up in the nursing home.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Charles is successful, figures out what happens. I won't spoil too much for you. Do check it out. It's very good.
Yeah. Makes a lot of friends while he's in there.
Yeah.
Because, he's around people his age.
Mm-hmm. And it's gives you a lot of insight into aging people and how they view things and what they do.
Yeah.
And so moving on to the end of it, of course, he success. They solved the mystery, and there's a little bit of a closening of the family bonds with him and his daughter and his grandsons. So wraps it up, and we move into season 2, which of course takes us away from the nursing home for the most part. Little quirk there at the beginning. Our detective, who's got her own pile of issues, revisits the nursing home.
Well, Dee Dee sends her a business email.
Oh, that's right. She's the one who initiated it.
Yeah.
Right.
Dee Dee needs help. The old folks home that she runs, it's owned by a business, a big corporation, and we see it some in season 1 that they're merging with other old folks homes, and it's like
as all businesses do now.
Yeah, it's a running gag based off basically real life with all these big companies just merging together constantly. So she contacts Julie and is like, my company is merging with another company again, so their name is going to be what is it?
I have no idea. Little details escape me, man.
I think it was going to be like Northwest,
Southeast. Yeah, it was a ridiculous name.
Atlantic Pacific.
Yeah.
Something like that is what it was basically just directions.
It was absolutely as unoriginal a name as anyone could come up with. Hey, I could have spit that out.
Oh, yeah. But she's like, so I'm going to have some new employees and I need background checks done on them. So,
which, makes sense. She gets a detective that she's familiar with, agency, to do the background checks for her. But there may be some ulterior motives there also.
Oh, yeah.
Plays out throughout the second season.
Mm-hmm. So that's how we end up back at the old folks' home.
I don't know.
Charles goes back there regularly, we find out, to keep playing, what was he playing, backgammon?
Backgammon.
Yeah.
It was one of the friends that he made while he was undercover.
Yeah. One of his friends that used to work at the Pentagon.
Now, granted, he worked in the cafeteria, but hey, you were in the Pentagon.
Yeah. Hey, even people in the cafeteria got to have high clearance.
I guess so.
So, yeah. I just like how that's always where Charles is like, he worked in the Pentagon. And then he's always got to point out, I worked in the kitchen in the Pentagon. Yeah, he still worked in the Pentagon.
See, Charles is one that what would you call it? Romanticizes most situations,
Oh, yeah.
He worked in the Pentagon. Well, yeah, you were there, so yeah, he plays that part up because, like I said, his approach to detective work is what you would get probably from watching a lot of detective shows. So that gives you a little bit of idea on Charles's character.
Yeah. And not to spoil too much for season 2, since, it's only been out for a little over a week now. The premise for season 2 is that a college, actually the college that Charles's daughter and son-in-law went to, their dean is his laptop was stolen. And, as Julie states, that's not really a PI's job. What's the laptop worth? $1,000? No, this laptop is worth $400 million because he was in the middle of trying to get an old alumni who's a now billionaire to donate money to the school. So I won't go into all the details on that, but that's the premise of why he comes to Julie and Charles and hires them.
Well, as you recall, he comes to Julie, and Julie's debating with her poor mistreated secretary
Megan.
on, we got to get someone inside there, but who? We don't have anyone qualified. And then it dawns on both of them. Oh. No.
Mm-hmm.
Now it dawns on secretary first, and when the light bulb goes on in Julie's head, she's like, no. Because Charles is very difficult at times to work with, not in like a bad way. It's just his overload of information.
Oh, yeah.
Daily weather reports.
Yeah, he's very old school. He carries around one of those like recorder pins is what I call it, because it's kind of like a little handheld recorder thing. You just push a button, talk into, and then let off the button. And in season 1, he started it every morning. The date is such and such. The weather is this and that, and morning log over.
And she's kind of reluctant to bring him. Well, she's been working for the whole time on small cases, tracking down, straying husbands and wives.
I was going to say cheating husbands was the main thing.
Yep.
Because the opening scene is great.
But here you have it was. So now you have an instance at a college, and you need to plant someone in there who will pass, makes sense to be on the faculty. Well, here's a professor.
Yeah. A retired professor of engineering.
So
we learned real quick, though, this college is not the type of college that you would really have a professor of engineering there, though.
No.
It's a very quirky college.
Yeah, you could say a lot of liberal arts.
Yes, yes.
In fact, I think it's a liberal arts college, actually.
It is, yeah.
So, yeah. But at any rate, there they have a professor that they can plant on the inside. Ergo, man on the inside, round 2.
Oh, yeah. They even tie that in when Charles is like, oh, so you need a man on the inside. And then it cuts to the title scene. And it's like, yep, good job.
So now you begin to learn the inside intricacies of college staff, I would guess, So comedy and drama ensue once again.
Oh, yeah. And, you get a couple of episodes in, and now Charles needs help from his daughter. So she brings her son, who is a junior in high school. So he's getting ready to take his SATs and ACTs, and she's trying to get him to start looking at colleges.
Yeah, and he's your average
modern
teen with his face buried in a phone or
a video game, just not a video game.
Yeah,
because you got the scene. It wasn't him; it was his brother. But he's like, it turned around his iPad. Mom, can I get this game? And the game was $5, and it was called like Worms, something.
But both seasons show the kids as being, your typical type kids, but also very insightful and helpful throughout both seasons.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't downplay them, but it definitely shows them as disinterested kids buried in their phones, but still with a lot of good stuff to add throughout both seasons. So
yeah.
There.
And Emily's husband, he is also a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get the comment he makes in season 2 where, he's got a day off from school, and he's like, the only problem with having a day off from school is the kids are off from school too.
Which makes sense,
Yeah, I mean, you're a teacher, so if you're off from work,
guess what?
That means
kids
your kids
are home
aren't.
too.
So, yeah. And I'm not sure what Emily does, what her job is.
In the beginning, I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sure it's mentioned, but
some stuff happens in season 2, and she may or may not get a different job, but that's completely different. That ties into another character that Charles meets in season 2. Very, very free spirited character. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I mean she kind of reminds you of, somebody from that time period.
Some of them, yeah, for sure.
Like, it was just, you watch stuff about
She's
history.
an old hippie.
Exactly. So it makes sense that she's at that college.
She was a young hippie who became an old hippie, but she's still a hippie.
Oh, yeah. Nothing changed. She has this weird thing where she'll be talking to you and just mid-sentence, she's up, she thinks of something, gotta go. Just leaves you mid-sentence. And then picks up where she left off like an hour later.
Which, interestingly enough, is played by Mary Steenburgen, who is actually Ted Danson's wife in real life, and they have been married since 1995.
I did not know that.
Didn't? Oh,
No.
yeah, sure enough.
Wow.
That is his actual real-life wife.
Huh.
And has a very long history of acting in her own right.
Well, I kind of got that. This show doesn't just pick random people.
Oh, you're not familiar with any of her stuff?
No.
Oh,
I knew she was an actress.
I'll
but
go
I
into
didn't
a
know
list
what.
with you later. Tell you some good stuff to watch.
Yeah.
Mary Steenburgen's a very good actress.
Ah.
This doesn't showcase her best.
Yeah. Well then, what we're going to jump to now?
Wow, dude, I don't know.
I mean, I try not to,
Yeah, we don't
spoil
want
the
to spoil
show.
too much.
So,
Like I said, yeah, I don't know, dude. What you got?
I was looking at some of the stuff she was in. So,
Like I said, she's been acting for quite a while.
yeah. She was in Back to the Future Part 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we're not here to talk about her career.
But she has a long list of a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, they were
Yeah,
married
she
in
still does
95.
She does a ton of acting still. And of course, she made an appearance in The Good Place. Because a lot of people on the show have made appearances in The Good Place.
Yeah, there's a lot of overlap.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of overlap because talking about, we learn a little bit more about Julie's character and we meet her mom in this season and her mom's boyfriend,
Apollo.
Apollo.
We find out why Julie is the kind of detached, business focused person that she is. Has a
Yeah.
lot to do with her mother and life when she was a kid.
Yeah. But talking about Apollo, the actor who plays Apollo, I would be interested to talk to him in real life.
Yeah, he always plays kind of oddball characters.
Always. I have never seen him play a normal character ever. Literally, when he shows up in The Good Place
As Derek.
as Derek, he plays exactly the same character he plays in this.
Yeah, pretty much.
When he shows up in this, it's the same character he played in that. When he shows up in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he plays the same exact character. And
Maybe that's just him.
exactly. Now, it's funny at first, but it wears on you real quick. I do kind of wish that maybe he would just, in one of these comedy shows he pops up in, play a different character.
Maybe he don't have the much range outside of oddball character.
Yeah, it's Jason Matsoukas. That's the actor's name. He's funny as all get out. I mean, ridiculously funny, but it's just like, and maybe back in the day he played, a more.
No, I got a feeling that's
Well,
probably him.
I was gonna say I say that, and I just look at some of the movies he's done. In 2012, he done The Dictator. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
Stupid
just barely. I'm not a big Sacha Cohen, blah, blah, blah fan.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, that guy. I'm not a big fan of his.
Yeah. Anyway, he's in this. He's hilarious. Apparently, he voices somebody in Invincible.
I have no clue who it would be.
Rexplode.
Okay.
He voices a few people actually. So yeah. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked looking at all the different stuff he did. What else should we touch on? I mean, the overarching story of this podcast is you really should watch this show. I guess, what would you put it? family heartfelt comedy.
Yeah, that sounds like
that's how
a
you-
good description.
How you categorize it?
I mean, there's enough comedy in there to keep you laughing.
Yep.
There's some more laid back drama. Gives you an idea of older people and their approach to life in general. Mm-hmm. The things that are happening to them at that stage in life.
Yeah. The term silver fox is bandied around. As Charles puts it.
Julie's relationship with her mother and with everyone else around her.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Shows that shows a lot of what forms your personality, I guess. This is the life she was brought up in, and this is what it did, and there's a little there's some reconciliation in there. The Thanksgiving scene from the whole Thanksgiving Day scene is really good.
Oh yeah. It does make you realize why. Well, I say realize why. I don't know exactly how to put it. It made me not dislike her character, Ted Danson's wife. I already done forgot her.
Mary Steenburgen.
Yeah, it makes, I don't know. Charles says it in the show. It's what happens at the Thanksgiving dinner and everything. He's like, felt like you just kind of took over and kind of ran the thing, and yeah.
But different people with different types of personalities. Not
Yeah.
everyone meshes.
And we also should say that Julie's mother is played by Constance Marie. People will probably remember her from George Lopez.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I didn't. Yeah. Okay.
I picked that one up.
Now that you say it, I remember it.
Yeah.
Very good actress. Done
Very good
great
actress.
in this.
Just from looking at her, you could not tell how old she is. She does not look as old as she is. It's crazy.
Oh, so she's a very attractive woman.
But yep, she plays the mother. And like I said, as soon as she popped up on screen, I'm like, I don't remember the character's name, but that's the mom from George Lopez.
And they have to they dip back into the first season whole plot line from the nursing home where Charles has to bring in some help on a big party setup. So they bring in some backup.
Yeah.
which is sets up for some pretty funny scenes and some good dialogue there.
That's where you get my coin term, Newendike 11. Or Newendike 7.
Yeah.
Not 11, there's 7 of them. Newendike 7.
So all in all, I don't know if we're looking at a season. It left off easily to do a season 3. I don't know if they will. Netflix is pretty fickle about stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the fact
I was surprised it got a second season, honestly.
Yeah, the fact we got 2 seasons is, good.
It
Give them a hand.
It wrapped up tight enough on the first season, so they could have just stopped there. I'm glad they went ahead and brought everything back. Now, what do you think about the whole burgeoning relationship between Dee Dee and Julie?
I could see them setting it up from the beginning, and it was one of those, as the season went along, I was just screaming, come on now. Come on. Like, to Julie, you got to see what's happening here. And eventually she did see what's happening there. And I don't mind it.
I don't mind it. It just seemed a little forced to me.
I don't think it was that forced because they made it drag on throughout the whole second season before they actually done something with it.
Well, you knew from the beginning what was coming.
Exactly.
Well, it's just fine. No, I'm don't judging, and I'm just saying it just felt like, well, here's this, and we're gonna shoehorn it in, and then pop it loose. Well, they really didn't cover it a whole lot throughout it was like in the beginning and then at the end.
Well, in the middle, they kind of when the Thanksgiving dinner and stuff. Like I said, it's kind of set up and teased at throughout. Like you said, they don't bring it up a ton, but it's brought up enough to me that I Saw it coming, didn't have a problem with it.
I found the relationship between Julie and her mother way more interesting. Because her mother is just a character. This lady, what happened with Julie and her mother was when Julie was a kid, she was removed from the home because her mother went to jail because, what happened to Julie's father? Her mother made some decisions on how to finance the family, and maybe they wasn't the most legal of decisions.
She was a con artist.
And a hell of a good pickpocket.
Yep. She was a con artist, a pickpocket. And she didn't start off being any of that, but I think it's mentioned that her husband either died or left.
One or the other.
I don't know which one. I can't remember.
So she
left on her own to raise. Didn't Julie say she had a sister?
Yes, her and her sister. So mom developed some skills and got pretty good at them until she got busted.
Yeah, she got good at them and liked doing it.
Well, yeah.
So it's a bad combo,
dude.
It's like, wait a minute,
I would think that any successful purveyor of crime enjoys what they're doing.
Oh yeah,
there's a thrill to it, I would imagine, and they, that's why they get good at it. I've always said the jail is full of bad criminals. The good ones don't get caught.
Yep.
But apparently, her mother did.
Yeah,
at least once.
I got a feeling that she may have got caught just because she probably, again, she said she developed a liking to it, so she started working too much. And as a thief, you never want to work too much. Although I don't know if thief's the right word, but for what she was doing. But yeah, I mean,
well, yeah, pretty much.
She was either conning companies out of money or pickpocketing people. So, I mean, I guess thief is the right word.
But yeah, I found that that whole section of the show very, very interesting. And the actress who plays Julie, I don't know who she is.
She's got a very long 3-word name. I can't even begin to try to pronounce it.
But her, the lady who plays Dee Dee, and the lady who plays Julie's mother, all
they're all Hispanic, by the way, too. All the actresses
I never really put that together.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, they're all very good actresses, and I enjoy watching all of them.
Yeah, Julie, the actress who plays Julie, her name is Lila Rich Creek Estrada. So yeah, and then Stephanie Beatrice and
you can't forget that one. That's the one.
And then again, as I say, the mom from George Lopez. I can't think of her actual name.
At any rate,
I mentioned it earlier. So yeah.
But basically, what we're getting at is a good watch, both seasons. You got to watch one to watch the other.
Oh yeah, and plus you would want to.
Oh yeah,
you don't want to just go straight to season 2. Watch season 1. It ties a lot into season 2, and it's just really, really good. Season 1 is probably slightly more heartfelt and kind of sad.
Definitely
And
with the subject matter.
Season 2 is slightly more lighthearted and fun.
Yeah, well, quite a bit, yeah. I don't know, there's a lot of...
As I said, slightly.
Yeah, there's a lot of in the first season, life inside a nursing home. I could imagine, it's more like a assisted living place. It's not necessarily a nursing home.
Yeah. There's a section of it that is definitely a nursing home.
Yeah, the memory care area, which plays a lot into the final plot of season 1.
Yeah.
But I can imagine life in an assisted living place being somewhat similar to what we see there.
Yeah. It, if you're not in the memory care facility of it, you're basically free to come and go as you please.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like a nursing home where you've got nurses and people all around just constantly monitoring you 24/7. It's like these people, they've got their room there that that they stay in, and they've got the dining area and all these different places there. But at the same time, if they want to just call their son to come pick them up and go out to dinner, they can. Or if they want to go here, there, they can.
And apparently at 3:30, there's a happy hour every evening.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 'cause that's how Charles kind of gets popular at the beginning of season 1 is he's apparently he's a mixologist.
Yep. He's a hell of a good bartender, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go.
And if you check it out and you like it, definitely go way back and check out A Good Place or The Good Place.
Yeah. Yep.
You'll like it too. Where are we at this coming weekend with the regular?
I mean, we'll definitely be hitting on this latest episode of Wizards of Baking, like always. And then I got to check. I think that
When does the next audio book drop?
that's what I'm pulling up now. It's funny enough. I got a thing about it yesterday saying, it's available pre-order. It's like, yeah, I already pre-ordered it. But I think it drops next week.
I'm
But
sure
I
me and
will
Josh will probably
verify.
dive into a little bit more of a little bit more discussion on Stranger Things. Some
Yep, next week.
plot holes I've spotted since. Oh, go ahead.
It drops December 16th. So actually, no, we won't get it for another 2 weeks. 2 weeks from yesterday.
Well, at least they're dropping one a month, more or less,
I mean, yeah, that's what they're doing.
and not waiting like, quarterly or something, stretching it out, which, would have been I don't know.
Yeah. So that means we'll be breaking down the second audiobook on our pod before Christmas. Unless we do some like special pod right before Christmas, but yeah. Now I guess because we didn't talk about it much on the last pod, so me and Jackie will probably break down some more Landman.
Which caught the first 2 episodes.
Okay. Oh, you're where I am then, because I haven't watched the third episode yet.
I haven't yet either.
I'm going to watch it before Saturday, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I'll have to bring it up when we all get together again, but I'm going to have to apologize to Jackie a little bit on the blonde.
Oh, you're not liking her this season either?
No. I like her. I like her character. He can't stand her. I find her funny as hell because how could you be that big an airhead? But I guess it's possible.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's one of those where, with no context, I would be like, how? Like, nobody in the world can be that full of air. Just impossible. But watching this show and seeing her mother and just how her father is, then it makes more sense.
You could pluck her out of that show and stick her in like Legally Blonde and she would fit right in.
Well, except that she's not nearly smart enough.
Well, point.
With Legally Blonde, Reese Witherspoon's character was at least smart. She was airheaded, but she was smart.
Yeah,
this girl
one
is
just damn.
She's smart in certain ways, but it's very, very particular ways that isn't super helpful.
Interestingly
to anything.
enough, there's a whole side plot happening in Landman that also takes place in an assisted living facility.
Yeah. Yep.
And there is a happy hour.
Yeah, it's Sunset.
But yeah, I'm up on 2 of those. I'll catch the third one before we get back together again.
Well, I'm doing the same thing. So I guess we'll see you guys Saturday.
There's a little short. Check it out. You'll enjoy it.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year.